Are you ready? Then let's talk. Real talk. The talk that we all have with our friends.
Shade. Shade is, I don't tell you you're ugly, but I don't have to tell you because you know you're ugly. And that's shade.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, we're as happy as can be. One of the things that I loathe and detest, like a sickness, and when I use this word loosely, is someone who complains, vents, nags, and all of that rolled into one for me is the word bitches. I dislike it when a woman consistently just, she's in a relationship or she's in a marriage and she always has something negative to say. There is not a day that goes by that she doesn't literally bitch about something that is making her unhappy. And I saw that in bits and pieces with my parents. And I've seen that in other relationships, and it is extremely annoying and aggravating. I told myself, because my father, this was like a trigger for him. Like, it was just like, please, would you stop all of your bitching? And I get it, because some of the things that she would bitch about would be like, okay, come on, mom, like, please, like, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, enough is enough. Like, because from my perception, there was nothing to bitch about. So one of the things that I promised myself in seeing this situation, growing up in this situation, was to not bitch. That it wasn't really cool to nag a man or nag people or just be a nagger in just general, but especially in a relationship. That I wouldn't consistently just complain. Pause. Now, I've caught myself a plethora of times, complaining, venting, moaning, and bitching. And it was at each and every time, I promise you, that I was like, oh my gosh, I sound like my mother. And that's wasn't a good space or place for me. So I kept that feeling of discontentment, of uncomfortability within inside my spirit, within my subconscious, and with my conscious, that you're starting to get into a bitch mode or complaining mode, or you're going to start nagging. You're going to I'm not saying that you can't vent, that you can't relax, relate, release, relax, relate, release, relax, relate, release. Like, I'm not saying that you can't do that, but I really despise and detest when it comes from a woman. And then when I hear it come from a man, when a man bitches or has the characteristics of a woman, per se, of what society says, oh my gosh, she's just bitching, man, she getting on my nerves, and when I hear a man constantly complain, vent consistently, persistently, and insistently. And it's about the same thing, consistent, constant, just right there on the spot, like it's just hitting you. Or you feel the need to consistently speak about the same thing over and over and over and over. Ooh, that is the weakest thing that the male species can do for me. I don't care if you're straight, gay, bisexual, or trisexual. It is so, for me, unmanly. I'm not saying that a man can't be sensitive. I'm not saying that a man can't be emotionally in tune. That is not what I'm saying. I am not saying that I'm going to look at a man differently if I see him cry or he breaks down. I feel that it is the most... disrespectful thing that as society can do, or men can do, and say, stop all that crying and being a man. I think that is just so unfair to put that on a man, that you're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to buck up, man up. You know what I mean? Because the Creator made us with emotion. So why is it that you're not being a man? You're being weak. You're considered weak if you cry. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that as a man, to consistently, persistently bitch, complain, moan, and vent, and always crying about the same thing over and over again, which is something technically that women do, is not attractive at all. I have been in a relationship where I had a brother that the first time he cried, it was over his son. I was like, oh my gosh, I was touched. I was like, oh my gosh, like he loves. And it made me tear up in the love, and I felt it. We were in the moment. And this crying started to be consistent to the point where I was like, what's wrong with this? Like, what's wrong? Cuz, why do you keep crying? And then I started noticing, like, you know what I'm saying? You weak, you needy, you know what I mean? You complaining and complaining and bitching about shit that you can change the narrative. Like, you're the person that sets the narrative. It's you that makes the world go around for you in your world. You control the narrative. What you want, what you don't want. I'm not saying you can't control the outside influences, but I'm just saying you can control certain things. You want a better job, different job. You want to live somewhere. You want to have certain type of clothing. You want to drive a certain type of car. I mean, you got to make it do what it do. You just not make any changes, just business wise, financially wise, friendship wise, family wise. And it's like the same thing over and over and over again. Everything is just getting up under your craw. And every day, every opportunity that you have, here you are bitching. That's weak to me. Another individual that I know has been in the same situation for years. In I kid you not, every conversation is about the money, a better job, a better car, a better life. And this nigga has not had his own in 14 years, and it's been the same conversation. When I tell you, whine, complain, vent about the same thing, bitching, and not changing anything, not changing the narrative, not seeing the lessons, not seeing everything for what it is. Like, you weak, you tired, you through, it's over, and you sound like a bitch to me. So when my girls or women come to me and they vent, I'm going to give you 3 times with that. I'm going to give you 3 times. And the third time you come to me with it, I'm going to say, I don't want to talk about it no more, because I'm your friend. And what I'm going to tell you is that, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So what are you going to do? Because apparently you can't change that person, but you can change the situation. Gotta make some choices here. You can change the situation. So what are you going to do if you don't like it? Because you keep bitching about the same thing. I mean, it's so easy. Like, well, I don't like their food, so I don't eat it. Simple. I don't like what that store offers, so I don't shop there. Simple. I don't eat fast food because it's not healthy. Simple. You don't bitch and complain and nag and vent about that. So why are we complaining about things that we can change? See, that's bitch shit to me. And when a man does it, and you weak like that, and you got women out here and that even through their complaining, venting, nagging, a lot of them, I'm not gonna say all, a lot of them are like, well, I still gotta do what I gotta do. You know, I mean, and like I said, I don't like when women do it. I don't. I despised it and detested it like a sickness when my mother did it, because it was continuously, and that's why I said I can't be her. And I've done it, and I'm not saying that I haven't, but it's getting less and less and less. I keep my mouth shut on so many things because it's really not worth to put the energy in it. But when a man does it, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Comment below. This video is sponsored by MP Entertainment. Excuse me. You'll see all their information at the bottom. They do branding, marketing, social media marketing, website design, and consulting. Be sure to look them up, and we out.
Said what I said. Heavens up above and the epistles, so be it.